Hello and welcome, movie fans. It's me, MJ Knight. Now, noticed a little thing that popped up on Facebook yesterday, and that was the official trailer to the live-action Jungle Book movie for next year, which will be 1 year shy of the 50th anniversary of the original animated movie, which is still awesome, by the way. Now, I'm going to be filming my reactions, although I've seen it anyway. I want to be able to look at it and be able to absorb things second time around a little... coherent's the wrong word. Be able to digest it and be able to take it on board a little bit more and give you my thoughts on the cast choices. Most people have seen the original 1967 Jungle Book animated piece by Walt Disney, which was the last movie he was ever a part of before the man passed away. Real sad knowing that one of the best movies that the man ever put out as the head of the Walt Disney Company was arguably one of the best animated features. I wouldn't want to see it done as a CG movie today. I think in the scope of things, there are some things that should be done animated for CG, and there are some things that should be done as traditional cel animated. I mean, if you look at The Princess and the Frog, for example, that movie was meant for 2D cel animation and not CG. I think CG may be cheaper, but doesn't quite have the same magic as traditional animation. So, with that in mind, and all the procrastinating done that I'm so well known for, let's check out the 2016 trailer for The Jungle Book. Oh, I love that Disney intro. I'm going to turn the volume down. Some really beautiful visuals for this. And we have the voice of Scarlett Johansson. I'm concerned. There's Shere Khan. The Stuart Brook Pirates of the Caribbean, that's good. Oh! Director of Iron Man, that's good. Well, visually, it's already looking like a beautiful movie. Whoa, that's kind of daunting. That's obviously King Louis. Okay, good lord, no. ScarJo as Kaa. No, I'm sorry, no. That's just made that character all the more creepy. I'm sorry, folks. Whoa. Ooh, Shere Khan as a tiger was one of those characters that gave you nightmares back in the day. Hang on. That's a good score. I like that. I like the little nod to the original Bare Necessities that Phil Harris did back in the day. Right. I'll give you my honest thoughts on the trailer, and I have to keep the volume down to a certain level because I don't want to get struck with any copyright strikes, folks. There's a reason why I'm legitimate these days. Visually, it looks very impressive. The CG that they're actually using for the animals, because there's going to be CG enhancement scenes for when they have Mowgli or Mowgli, whichever your preference, or which you interpret better for the character. The likes of Bagheera, Baloo the Bear, King Louis, and Shere Khan, obviously one of the creepiest Disney animated villains that has ever been seen on the big screen. You have to be able to have CG for certain scenes where there's going to be human interaction, because there's no way on this earth they're going to put a child actor in front of live wild animals, because that's just not done. An elephant, you may be able to get away with it, but provided that elephant's not in a bad mood, if you get my meaning. Again, visually, I'm liking the premise. Again, Scarlett Johansson as Kaa the Snake. I would have preferred it, and this is just me calling it like I see it. I would have preferred if they had gotten somebody that has this very, I don't want to say silly voice, but if you think of the original voice actor for Kaa, who was also the original voice actor for Winnie the Pooh back in the day, this is going to slow down my slither. You know, the guy had a slightly, gave the characters a slight whiny tone, a little bit silly. I would have preferred if they had used someone, say, like Joe Pasquale. Imagine that voice, but with a slight, Kaa spin on the voice. I would, because Kaa is one of those characters, he's there for comic relief. I mean, if you look at the times that Mowgli, Bagheera, and Shere Khan just make him the butt of the jokes in the original movie, that would be able to, sell more. But Scarlett Johansson, who's pretty much, for some people that have seen things like Skin Deep or the Avenger movies and the prequels to them, she's got this very kind of femme fatale, sexy siren kind of vibe. So it's difficult to be able to listen to that voice and, try to take Kaa somewhat comically or seriously as a character. Now, I grant that they're probably trying to go with a slightly darker premise with this movie, but that's probably the only major minus with this movie is with ScarJo as the voice of Kaa. Now, let's go with, I'm looking at the cast list for the new movie. They're going with an unknown for Mowgli, which I think is the right way to go, because I think if they tried to go for an established name, this is the similar thing that I say with, with a cast role like Superman, Spider-Man, or Michael Knight. Go for somebody completely unknown, because then they can mold that character the way they want it to be done. I mean, you look at David Hasselhoff as Michael Knight, you look at Christopher Reeves as Superman, and you look at Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Now, I grant those are larger-than-life action heroes. Two of them are superheroes, and one is a crime fighter with arguably the best car in TV and cinematic history. If it ever does happen, I want it to happen. But with Mowgli, that's a character that's deep in Disney history, that I don't think there's anybody that's never seen The Jungle Book, doesn't know the character of Mowgli. We have, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, MJ Anthony as Grey Brother. I'm guessing that's one of the wolf characters that Mowgli is actually raised with, because as we all know, an abandoned human infant that was left in the jungle, and he's lived to, be raised with wolves. Particularly if you, follow the plot lines of the 1967 movie, which, for a little bit of historical context, if you ever read the original Jungle Book, and I've read bits and pieces, that book is dark. Which is why when they went to do the adaptation in 1967, they said, don't reference the book at all. Reference the character names, but don't reference stories in the book, because that was just, there is no way on this earth in 1967 they would have done page for page the way the Jungle Book was done as a story into a family feature movie, because it just wouldn't be done, and I doubt it would be done today. Although I have been surprised with other movies that have been able to get away with so much.